YTBC, what's the deal? Well, it's fight night tonight. Luis Ortiz, Tony Thompson. I got a chance to check out the weigh-in from yesterday, and both guys look ready. They look mentally ready to fight. A little, verbal situation during the weigh-in, but nothing big. It didn't escalate. Just both guys had their little words to say to each other. It's going to be a good fight. Now, looking at the weights, I see that Luis Ortiz has came in at his career high, 242, a little over 242. His last fight against Brian Jennings, he was at 239. So it's not like that, he put on, 13 pounds or 23 pounds or, 30 pounds. But nonetheless, it is 3 pounds more than his last fight. It just seems as if he's starting to, since the Byron Poli fight, just add on weight. The Poli fight, which was less than a year ago, he came in at 230 pounds. And then for the Matisse Viadando fight, he came in at 237, and then Jennings 239. So I like to see him in the 230s. That's where he looked his best to me. That's when he looked his most quickest and powerful, is when he's in the 230s. Even the Monty Bear fight, he came in at 233. I remember watching that fight. So I like to see him in that range. And there was another fight I seen him when he had like blonde hair. He fought a guy at I forgot where he fought that dude at, man. He had red trunks on that fight, and he came in about 230 in that fight. So I like to see him around that weight, 242. Like I said, he came in at 242 once before in 2011. So, but that was against a guy that was 4-7. You know what I mean? So this is a whole different league as far as, fighting Tony Thompson at your career high versus the last cat that you fought at 242. So I don't think it's that much of a difference, as far as what's going to happen in the ring, because both guys are coming straight at each other, and they're going to want to fight from a close quarter for the most part. I don't think this is going to hamper Ortiz that much, because he isn't a guy that like to, circle and use his legs a lot. He doesn't really like to do that. He just counts on his reflexes and parrying punches and countering you, and setting up combinations like that. He isn't really a guy that's really moves around or depends on his legs like that in his movement. So, but as far as his body, he looks kind of chubby around the stomach versus the other photos I've seen from the Jennings weigh-in and the Viadando weigh-in. He looked a little bit more toned around his stomach, so I don't know if he's done a lot of cardio. But around his shoulders and his arms look very strong and muscular and powerful, so you can tell he's been hitting mitts, moving his arms. You can tell he's been hitting the bag and shadow boxing and so on and so forth, training his arms and shoulders. But his gut looked like maybe he hasn't really been doing that much road work, or maybe he started, when his camp started, he just tried to do as much as he could and got off as much weight as he could. I'm not sure, but he doesn't look his tone from the other fights. But like I said, I don't think this fight is really going to matter. Tony Thompson came in at 263. He weighed in with some pants on, a shirt, and a hat, and I think glasses or something. So he may be about 261 probably. I'm not sure, but I knew he'll come in between 260 and 270. My opinion on this fight still hasn't changed, man. I'm picking Luis Ortiz to win by knockout, but he's coming in at his career highest. It makes you just kind of wonder. Again, it's only 3 pounds more than his last fight, but it just makes you wonder, how serious is he taking Tony Thompson? Again, it's not a huge red flag. It's not, 13 pounds more than the last fight, but again, it's still more. He's still weighing more. So it's like, man, on top of, consistently gaining weight from his fight with Byron Poli. So I guess we'll see what happens tonight, man. I don't really think it's going to make much of a difference. But Tony Thompson, this is a clear sign he should go to Luis Ortiz's body. This is what I was saying in my prediction, that he should go to his body, work his body, try something different, because I haven't seen anybody really get, try to work his body. Trying to throw just straight headshots at him, he's going to make you miss a few of those. He isn't the quickest guy I've ever seen, but he has very good head movement. He can slip punches and counter you, and he can parry punches very well. So it's going to be hard, man, to try to just head on him strictly. I think you should try to work the body, or at least jab to the body, work something to the body, and seeing that he's a little chubby around the waist, maybe you can exploit that. But with that said, though, I'm still picking Luis Ortiz to win this by knockout. I think Thompson's going to show a valiant effort. I think he will go out fighting. I just don't think it's enough. I think Luis Ortiz is going to have a good run for the next 2 or 3 years. But we'll see how it plays out, man. Him, consistently, gaining weight like this is, I'm not sure. He isn't a fat guy, but it's just, I don't know, man. That type of stuff slows you down a little bit when you just consistently add on weight and things like that. But I'm going to go with Ortiz to win this fight. YTBC.